And welcome to the 2019 ACC Women's Golf Championship. Here at Sedgefield Country Club in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina, our third and final round already underway as we will crown a team and individual champion on this Sunsplash Saturday afternoon. Weather looks like this, 57 degrees, but the wind, the big story so far, gusting almost to 30 miles an hour. The rain has moved through the area as of yesterday, and we should be good to go to get all rounds in on this championship Saturday. Now the team standings as we come to air look like this. Wake Forest seized control after they played 36 holes back on Thursday. And the Deacs right now with a 9-shot advantage over Florida State. Wake Forest 11 under par. Seminoles at 2 under, followed by Duke, the number 1 seed, and Virginia. Well, great to have you with us today, right here behind the 18th green, our broadcast position. Donna Andrews and Roy Philpott here with you. And weather's certainly a big story today with the wind gusting as high as 30 miles an hour at times. And, of course, we played the first 2 rounds back on Thursday due to the threat of bad weather yesterday. And so here we are after a day off. We're going to play the final round.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. The girls should be nice and rested up. I'm sure their legs needed it after playing 36 holes. But now they have to get out there and contend with a very wet golf course, very different than the course they played the 36 holes on. And now we're going to have to contend with the wind. A little bit different wind than what they had the first day. So it'll be interesting to see how the scores go.
And the soggy conditions certainly will play a factor as well. So we take a look at the individual scores. Amelia Miliajo, 10 under par. And she is off and running already in her third round, followed by Swing Lu, both players for Wake Forest. And we see other golfers in contention as well. Javari Boonchant and Anna Belitz also in contention, Donna. And we've got a lot of golf left to be played. This is going to be a fun afternoon here in Greensboro.
Well, and the backside is certainly the scoring side. 3 par 5s. Number 10 is a par 5 that they can reach into. 15 a par 5 they can reach into. Doubtful that many of them will reach 18 and 2 today, but I think the par 5s will be key in who wins the individual and the team title.
The ACC, one of the top conferences in the country in women's golf, and certainly that will be on display on this Saturday afternoon.
But to be able to come back and make a great birdie like that, that's a sign of a true champion.
Mahar. Tap that one in for par. So that was moments ago, and now Hartledge at the 17th.
358-yard par 4. As we said, playing longer today. They're not getting as big of bounces off the hills, but you can sort of hit it almost anywhere off the tee. If you hit it right, it bounces left. You hit it left, it bounces right. Everything funnels down. And even off the cart path, you can even get it to funnel down right to the middle of the fairway.
Well, taking a closer look now at 17, the par 4, 358-yarder.
Is a dogleg left par 4, measuring 358 yards. The landing area has severe slopes on both the right and left side that funnel the tee shots back to the middle. Therefore, the players may find themselves in a divot. Players are left with a short iron or wedge to the green that has a large drop-off off the right side. Expect to see the players use the slope on the left side of the green to bank their shots and get close to the hole location.
And now Mayer on the tee at 17.
Her best finish this year, a second in the Minnesota Invitational.
And not much roll today, as you were talking about earlier, Donna.
And that one didn't even kick down into the fairway.
Now, quite a week for all of these golfers dealing with the weather. 36 holes on Thursday, off yesterday, the final 18 here today to determine the team and individual championship for the Atlantic Coast Conference. And a beautiful look here back towards the green.
And the wind is certainly playing havoc with these girls on 16, par 3, measuring 125 yards.
Our first look at Amelia Williamson. Started her day tied for 49th at 12 over for the Seminoles. 2 under today, however, Donna, so she's been playing at a high level.
She's a freshman from Norfolk, England. And has certainly proven she can play over there. Was a member of the English girls national team from 2015 to 2018.
And now Morgan Gonzalez for UVA.
Now she's dressed more like an Arizona girl should be. From Chandler, Arizona, has watched many of the LPGA tournaments that we play out there in that area. She's played all 11 events for the University of Virginia this year.
Cavaliers with 2 ACC championships on their overall resume, ranked 17th nationally. Well, a break in the action as we step aside here in Greensboro at Sedgefield Country Club.
That was started by Amy Alcott and Dinah Shore back in the early 80s.
Swing Lou. 9 under. Currently in second place in the 2019 ACC Women's Golf Championship.
She's just got a good name for golf, doesn't she?
It's a perfect name. Jennifer Kupcho now with her second shot at 18.
Ooh, appears to have found the out of bounds. Be interesting to see if that one's, well, maybe it's not out of bounds.
That was moments ago, and now approaching the ball.
She's up against some of our TV cables.
We'll go back to 17, and now Thompson with her second shot.
Has the ball well below her feet. Easy to lose this shot out to the right if you're not careful. Even with the short iron, easy to lose to the right.
Brilliant effort there, Donna.
Oh my goodness. No problem for her. She'll have an easy birdie.
You know, she chose Florida State over Oklahoma State in the recruiting process, ranked as high as 13th in the world. As Kineshti, their second shot. This is now back to live action.
Had a little tree trouble there. Had to hit a little knockdown shot. Tried to run it up on the green. Keep it below the tree limbs. And that ball is rolling back down that slope towards her. That green sits elevated a good 10 or 12 feet above the fairway there. So she'll be left with a very long chip shot to that back hole location.
Jennifer Kupcho will investigate the best way to get out of some trouble here for Wake Forest. The Deacs have not been in trouble all week. They have been in control here in Greensboro, now collectively 12 under par, led by Miliajo and Swing Lou, who are 17 under between those two golfers just by themselves, which, Don, I'll need to tell you, is very impressive.
That is very fortunate that she did not find herself out of bounds here. She was cutting it very close. And now you can see she actually walked up to where she was trying to land this shot on the green.
Wake Forest currently with a 6-shot advantage over Florida State as our final groupings enter the final 4 to 5 holes here at Sedgefield Country Club. So every shot, including this one by Jennifer Kupcho, Donna, of prime importance.
She has a lot of green to work with. That pin is on the far side of the green from her. Looks like she hit it a little fat coming out of there. We'll need to get this up and down to save par.
You're just trying to find the fairway. I know it sounds simple, but with a 3-shot lead, it becomes a bit more important. And Donna, to your point, she goes through her routine. Nothing changes, and that's vital at this juncture.
It really is. That's when you can tell players are setting their routine. When you time these players' routines, their routines within about a second every time they do it. Just hitting a little fade off this tee.
And right down the middle. Amelia Migliaccio, a member of the United States Palmer Cup team. She was the only player on that squad to go undefeated. As Lou now on 18.
Par 5 finishing hole, measuring 486 yards. OB down that hole right side, but plenty of room left. Players are not getting the roll they did yesterday. Most of them are driving it just to the top of the hill. Some of them are finding themselves caught on more of a downslope than they were on Thursday. So a little bit harder layup shot.
And Lou, after that last birdie at 8 under par. Here on the par 5, 18th.
Oh, and she looks like she left that well out to the right. Just catches the right edge of the fairway.
So easy. And perhaps for some of these golfers, that's exactly what it is. Not so much at stake here.
Not trying to make it, just trying to get it down there close.
And that'll work nicely.
And almost made it too.
So Migliaccio will tap in for par with a 3-shot lead headed to the 18th hole at the ACC Championship. And the quiet fist pump. Donna.
You have to wonder if she knows.
Deke's currently with a 7-shot lead in firm control here in Greensboro. Doherty. And now back to 18. Swing Lou. We'll try to go for this green in 2. And she's probably been waiting on that right side of the fairway for at least 10 minutes for this approach at 8 under par, 3 shots behind Migliaccio.
That's about 225 to the middle of the green, off a downslope, but that ball is below her feet, so she'll have to be careful. It will want to leak to the right, just as we saw Jennifer's do.
And with the fairway metal on the way.
And comes up just short of the green, but appears to have avoided all those bunkers. And we'll be left with a very, very long eagle putt.
So a quick, brisk walk across the street. I'll ask you again, your final victories on tour and making that approach to the 18th tee box, as you see Amelia Migliaccio with that 3-shot lead with 1 hole to play, now through 17 complete. The mindset, you just try to take it 1 shot at a time.
1 shot at a time, that's all you can do. The difference when we were on tour, most of the time we knew how we stood.
Sure.
I never believed those players that said they never looked at the leaderboard. I know some of them say that, but I find that hard to believe. I always knew exactly where I stood.
Well, Amelia surging after that second round where she eagled the 18th back on Thursday. And here it is. Amelia Migliaccio, your 2019 ACC champion.
And she just played some wonderful golf for 3 rounds. Currently at +1, tied for 7th. Could make this. Puts her tied with her teammate Beth Little. Tied for 5th for the championship.
And here comes one of the greatest feelings in the world. Migliaccio celebrating with her Wake Forest teammates, the individual championship, the team title to the Demon Deacons.